Yo guys, what's going on? Tom for 2 here, or Chessman Lost Ark. Today I want to do a bit of a shorter video, but I think it's pretty important now that we had the new patch out. Paradise released earlier this week. Supports have maybe viable DPS builds. I haven't actually tested any of it in raids yet, but especially for Paradise, we're as a support player or a person who plays 4 support characters, and Valkyrie all the way, maybe a potential 5th. We're going to need to come up with some DPS builds, especially for clearing Paradise, because Chaos builds aren't really going to cut it anymore. So I just wanted to take time in this video to go over my DPS build, see what you guys think. Again, during Paradise, I'm not really chasing the leaderboard. I've heard some rumors that maybe there's some speed hackers dominating the lobbies, and then a lot of it's RNG based off what gear you have, and what drops you get kind of during the week. So I wanted to just take some time to go over my DPS builds across my supports, see what you guys think, if you guys have any opinions on what I should be changing, etc. This is just like the DPS build that I've kind of gone with anytime I just want to fool around. And I have a separate Chaos build, especially for like my Paladin, my Bard, my Artist, and now I've started to kind of get a separate DPS build. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you enjoy the content. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, Paradise right now, at least this is my main. Current Paradise power is 80k. Everything is pretty decent. I've got 2 purple gears, 2 blues, and 2 greens, so it's like nothing really rare. I think it's kind of what's expected. And this is my main, so this is what I kind of care about. But you guys know Paradise, you kind of only start with your base kind of build, base character build, and then you don't have engravings. I think it's cards, gems aren't really a factor. So let's just go over the build, the raw build. So this is my support build. Let's go to my main DPS build. So my DPS build, I have Sword of Justice. You guys can check this on my Ulu as well. I have it across my characters. I don't know if it's gonna show like the DPS build, but and the breakdown of like the tripods, but let's just get into it. Sword of Justice, I'm using a brand skills just because it's good meter gain. I think in Paradise it's really important when you're fighting the bosses, especially for Paladin. You want to fill up the meter as fast as you can, and then use your use your Z skill to activate your enhanced blue skills. And then when you get your enhanced blue skills, you can use your your T skill and the rest of your kit to just do a lot more damage than if you weren't using your Z skills. So Brand skill and Heavenly Blessings are my 2 yellow skills, just purely for meter gain. And as you can see, I have 2 Wealth runes on them. But Sword of Justice, I'm running tripods 3-1-1. I'm using Punishment 1-1-1 with a poison. Was it Relic or Runes? Holy Sword 2-2-1 with Legendary Galewind. Executioner Sword 2-2-3 Legendary Galewind. I use Spin Slash 3-2-1 with the quick recharge. Heavenly Blessing 3-3-1 with a legendary wealth rune. Execution of Justice, I use 1-1-1 with the bleed rune, and then Flash Slash using the poison rune with the tripods 2-3-2. My rotation for Paradise right now is I'm using my Q skill, so my brand, and then Heavenly Blessing, and then I go straight into my Awakening, which I'm using, not the support one, but Ilithane's Light. And then that usually gets you full meter right away, and then you proc Z, and then I like to start out with using Holy Sword, Executioner's Sword, and then I use Execution of Justice, I use Punishment, and then Spin Slash. So that's kind of my rotation. I don't know, it's probably not optimal, but that's just what I'm doing right now. You guys can see the skill points allocated. I might change up the skill points a little bit, just depending on, you know, what I can do. Probably just, yeah, I don't really know. But you guys can play around with the build however you want. This is just a good like baseline to work with. So that's what I'm using with my Paladin. For elixirs, I guess I'm not really The only thing you would be changing is maybe switching the critical order, but as you can see, I don't even have the set. I only care about like the raid setup, so I only really have like Luminary and kind of that stuff. I don't have any of the other really damage builds for that. So there's my Paladin. Let's go straight into my Bard. Caveat, Bard, the build was given to me by a friend because I have my separate Chaos build. So I had to actually come up with a completely new DPS build just for Paradise specifically and killing the boss. I think the Chaos build works okay with Elysium, but um, yeah, I think you actually need like a strict DPS build. So let's look at my Bard. Um, my Bard, this is the gear for my Bard. Pretty much full level 4s, 1 purple, 3 blues, 2 greens, level 5 on the mask. Power level 65,000, so not doing like too hot, I guess. But let's take a look at the skills I'm using. This is not it. This is my this is my loadout, my pure DPS build. So I use the brand, the Harp of Rhythm, with a epic Gale Wind. I'm using the tripods 1-2-1. Prelude of Storm, I've got 2-3-1 with Focus Rune. I've got Stigma, which is 3-1-1 with a legendary bleed rune. Sonic Vibration 2-3-3 or 2-3-1 with a legendary or epic Gale Wind. Sound Shock, Quick Recharge 3-1-1. Sonatina 3-1-1 with legendary Gale Wind. Heavenly Tune 2-1-2, and then Soundaholic with a Protection Rune 1-1-2. This is my build. The rotation goes as follows. I usually use Sound Shock, Heavenly Blessing, and then into my Awakening, and then I use my T skill, and then after that it's just kind of using Harp, Sonic Vibration, Prelude or Stigma, and Prelude of Storm and Soundaholic. So you're just using, you mostly just want to try to get Heavenly Tune, Soundtrack, the brand skills, and your buff, and then just nuke it with your biggest skills. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing in the Crucible. So that's my build for my Bard. Let me pivot over to my Artist. And my Artist, I haven't played around with the build that much. I think I'm still kind of using the Chaos build. The game really did catch us support players just because I think by default you only get 2 different pages for different loadouts. Unfortunately, if you want the 3rd page, you have to use blue crystals to buy, so got us there. And at least for my Artist, I refuse to get another page. So here's my build for my Artist. Take a look at my Paradise level, power level, just a little over 70k. So it's not like the worst. Yeah, here's my build right now, I think. So this is definitely, I will caveat, my Artist is definitely needs improvement. Because I'm probably using a lot more AoE skills. But here we go. I'm using Pouncing Tiger, 2-2-1, with Epic Gale Wind, Crane Wing, Epic Gale Wind, 1-3-1. Hopper, I probably don't need Hopper. I probably want to use something else that does a little more damage. But right now I'm just using Hopper, 3-2-1, Legendary Gale Wind, 1 Stroke, Wealth Rune, 2-3-1, Starry Night, using a Bleed Rune, 2-2-3, using Inkwell, Legendary Gale Wind, 2-3-1, using Sunwell, Focus Rune, 2-3-2, Sun Sketch, using a Focus Rune as well, 2-3-1. So as I said, this is definitely needs improvement. Probably should use Sprinkle maybe instead of Hopper. I probably have to test things out a little bit, but yeah, definitely needs improvement. This is the one I haven't looked at a whole lot, just in terms of getting my build. So yeah, there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys get a better sense of like the DPS builds for going into Paradise. You might need to tweak. I don't even know. I don't even think anything else matters that much. Um, like I don't even have like an arc passive preset for like DPS or any of that. I think I do have one for my Paladin and Bard, but as you can see, my art is like low investment. It's just like it's my 6th alt, so low investment. But there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of the builds. If you guys test them, let me know what I can even improve on with these builds, because again, it's just kind of a time period where we're kind of figuring it out as supports, especially with DPS builds a little bit more viable now. So yeah, as I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe if you liked stuff, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.